Thank you for joining us again. This week we will highlight two interesting collections from members of the Reeves family. The first is a collection of license plates. These belonged to Sam Reeves Jr. and are on display in the carriage house. Samuel Jeremiah Reeves Jr. was born April 10, 1899. He was the third child and only son of Samuel Reeves Sr. and Belle Croxton Reeves. Sam Sr. was the oldest child and only son of Jeremiah and Jane Reeves. Sadly, Sam Sr. died in March of 1901 of typhoid, just before his son's second birthday. Sam was involved in many of the family businesses that had been founded by his father and grandfather, namely the Reeves Manufacturing Company and the Reeves Banking and Trust Company. Since his father died so young, his training in these businesses was under the direction of his grandfather. The Reeves Manufacturing Company went through several mergers which Sam was a part of. Eventually, it became known as Empire Reeves Steel by the time Sam retired in 1967. He was vice chairman of the Reeves Bank until his death in 1977. But his lasting legacy to his community is the Reeves Foundation, which he created in 1967 and was a trustee of until his death. Before talking about Sam's collection, I'd like to share some general history about license plates. France was the first country to require license plates in 1893, followed by Germany in 1896 and the Netherlands in 1898. In the United States, New York was the first state to require license plates in 1901, and Cleveland was the first city to require them that same year. Although registration was required, at first the license plates were not issued by the state. The owners were responsible to find a way to display their initials on the back of their vehicles. Some painted them right on the back of the seat or onto whatever materials they could use, such as a piece of lumber or leather. In 1903, Massachusetts was the first state to provide state-issued license plates. They were made of iron and covered with porcelain. That same year, Philadelphia was the first city to issue plates and the first with the year printed on them. By 1918, all states required license plates. In 1928, Idaho was the first to put a slogan on their plates. It simply said, "Idaho potatoes." In 1931, Pennsylvania allowed the first vanity plates. Owners were able to customize their plates with their initials. Massachusetts issued the first handicapped license plates in 1957 for those who had lost limbs and, oddly, for those who were legally blind. The first license plate in Sam's collection is from 1909, which was the second year that they were required in the state of Ohio. The 1909 plate is blue porcelain with white numbers and a 0 with an H in it to signify Ohio. The 1910 plates were red porcelain with black brushed through them for a wood grain effect. 1911 license plates were white porcelain with blue letters. In 1912, Ohio issued flat metal plates with painted lettering. And in 1918, Ohio started using embossed letters and numbers. Every license plate in the collection, starting in 1935, has the initials of a family member on them. Most are SR for Sam Reeves, but also several say HSR for Helen Florence Reeves, and many are MJR for Margaret Jane Reeves, who were Sam's sisters. The 1938 plates honor the 150th anniversary of the settlement of the Northwest Territory. In 1943 and 1952, due to steel shortages during World War II and the Korean War, license plates were not issued. Instead, drivers received stickers to put on their windshield. The 1953 plates also have the year 1803 printed on them, in observance of the 150th anniversary of Ohio's statehood. Sam's collection totals 67 license plates and 2 windshield stickers. The next collection we'd like to share with you belongs to Jeremiah, and it consists of 3 historic American flags. The flag resolution of June 14, 1777 stated that the flag of the United States be made of 13 stripes, alternate red and white. that the union be 13 stars, white in a blue field representing a new constellation. But until the executive order of June 24, 1912, neither the order of the stars nor the proportions of the flag was specified. So flags before 1912 sometimes show unusual arrangements of the stars in odd proportion. The largest flag owned by Jeremiah certainly falls in this category. As you can see, the 13 stars on this flag are in a very unique pattern. The only president to serve under the 13-star flag was George Washington. This flag was to last for a period of 18 years. The next flag in the collection contains 45 stars. This flag became the official flag of the United States on July 4, 1896, with the admission of Utah, and it lasted for 12 years. The presidents to serve under this flag were Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, and Theodore Roosevelt. The third flag Jeremiah owned is a 48-star flag. This flag became official in 1912 with the addition of New Mexico and Arizona, and it stayed the official flag for 47 years. 8 presidents served under this flag: William Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Truman, and Dwight Eisenhower. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope that you'll be able to come see these collections in person very soon.